I
हो
got
गया
it.
था?
हाँ हो गया था, but I discarded it before the first few minutes.
हाँ, चलो perfect, सही है,
मैं
सही है. So
for
we're just waiting for 2 minutes. Let the people who got disconnected come in, and then we can start.
yes, someone asked if we got disconnected. Yes, I disconnected it myself.
It's Salia's fault. She wanted to see if she can record it or not. So yeah.
Yes. By the way, the questions for addiction were very similar. The ones that
कौन सा?
they were really similar, like very related to like relationships and drugs and devices, all of that. A few clusters that came in that stood out. Did anything stand out for you? कि ये बहुत एक different question है, or was it the same type?
See, I feel when it comes to addiction, in a way, the questions are all the same. Why am I powerless over this particular behavior? How I see it. You know, भले वो eating disorder है, वो relationships है. So I think we can start, and then we'll go on with the discussion. You want to introduce yourself, and then I'll go with introductions so people know who we are.
Hi guys, my name is Saliha. So I've done my undergrad in psychology and criminology and my master's in forensic psychology from UK. And I specifically work with a range of mental health issues. So addiction, one of them, substance misuse, abuse in general, ADHD. And right now, currently, I'm working in Pakistan with the children and young adults.
So my name is Ali. I'm a mental health therapist. I specialize in addiction. I worked with quite a few rehabs in Karachi. Then I went to Chiang Mai. I worked with the rehab over there, which is known as Lana Healthcare. It runs the biggest chain of rehabs in the whole of Southeast Asia. I did my specialization in addiction from the Asia Pacific Certification Board, which is in Singapore. And then I did my house job over there in Lana, where I worked with individuals from different cultures and identities who struggle with drug addiction and other behavior disorders, which we will be talking about. This is kind of my professional introduction. The reason why I chose to specialize in addiction, because I have struggled myself with quite a few addiction myself. जिसमें से दो में तो I still struggle, like, you know, love addiction and food addiction. I still struggle with it. I've struggled with substance use disorder and a few other issues in my life. So I was like, you know, so just wanted to learn a bit more on it. So yeah, that's who I am.
Yeah, but like, I remember once we were having a meeting and you said that there are a bunch of addictions, and the second one you said was heroin or cocaine. The first one was love addiction.
Yeah. So
love addiction is a thing, guys, and it's nothing wrong with you to kind of be like, why am I sometimes addicted in love or relationship like that?
Love addiction बोल दो या toxic love जिसको हम बोलते हैं, toxic relationship, that is love addiction, like, you know, where you have that need to be needed.
Yeah.
Where you feel that you need this other person to complete you, to make you feel whole. I mean, that's how I see it. So addiction basically, let's define addiction first, so like people can know what really addiction is. How I see it, क्योंकि जहाँ पे addiction आता है, foreign, the first thing we start thinking about is drugs and alcohol. That is the first thing हमारे जहन में आता है, क्योंकि वही हमको लगता है कि addiction हो सकती है. It's more of like, you know, अगर हम addiction को छोड़ के हम word attachment use करें, okay, how attached we are or how powerless we are with a particular behavior of ours. Like मेरे पास कितने ऐसे clients आते हैं, majority, like 10 में से 8 ऐसे clients आते हैं जिनका presenting problem ये होता है कि I am powerless over this particular thing. Okay, it can be a relationship, it can be their eating habit, it can be drug use, it can be pornography, it can be anything. I am basically powerless over something. So basically that powerlessness over my own behavior, मतलब कि अगर सोचो ना, मेरा अपना ही एक behavior, ठीक है ना, देखो ना, मुझे अगर ये सामने ग्लास उठाना है, so it's my own decision to go and pick up that glass and bring it back. लेकिन अगर मैं वही चीज कंट्रोल नहीं कर रहा, तो that means there's a problem. So basically that attachment towards that behavior of mine is my addiction towards that behavior. It's like, you know, any behavior of mine which temporarily moves me away from a bad feeling to a good feeling. That's addiction.
Yeah, it's like compulsive.
What do you think?
It's exactly the same thing, that compulsive behavior that we need to do in order to feel good, to compensate for something. So we use drugs to feel better, or a relationship better.
Yeah.
Eat certain foods to feel good. Right? And when we can't do that, we feel vulnerable. Like that thing has power over, where you say you're addicted to that thing.
Yeah, exactly. You know, when that particular behavior is controlling us.
Correct. Behavior is it a substance controlling us, or is it the behavior controlling us?
It's that escape that we get out of that behavior which is controlling us. See, if you wanna, how I see it, if you wanna understand addiction, see what benefit you're getting out of it. It's always हमको हमेशा हमारे उस particular addiction से, उस particular unhealthy attachment से कोई ना कोई benefit मिल रहा होता है. अच्छा, उससे पहले let's briefly define the kind of addictions which are I would say which an individual can encounter. Obviously ये सारे तो हम नहीं होंगे, लेकिन जो basic देखे जाते हैं, एक आपका आ जाता है substance, जिसमें सारे drugs और alcohol आ जाएंगे. And then, you know, there are behaviors, what you were just talking about.
Like, so the first is substances like alcohol, cigarette. I know a lot of nicotine, but you are addicted, right? There is certain drugs. Then, by the way, there's a lot of medication nowadays, prescribed medication that people are addicted to, sleeping medication, all that. So, if wo cluster, there's another cluster, it would be the behavior related. Relationship, right? The codependency.
Codependency is a big one.
Yeah, and then the third one, I would say another cluster would be food related addictions. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Gambling, screen time. That's also another cluster, I think. So there are like various clusters of addiction.
But you know, if I see the top 3-4, अगर मैं बोलूँ, you know, personally जो मैंने देखा है and professionally also working with individuals, जो सबसे मैं देखता हूँ जो सबसे number 1 पे आता है, that is love addiction. And when I say love addiction, it's like, you know, that toxic relationship that you're in with anyone. ज़रूरी नहीं कि it has to be a romantic relationship. It can be with your parents, it can be with your siblings, it can be with anyone, with your children. You know, that toxic relationship, like, you know, that when you're powerless over that particular relationship. दूसरे पे जो मैंने देखा है आजकल है, that's food. The idea of why food is here to provide us energy, but we basically abuse it to give us pleasure.
Correct.
And the third thing I would say जो मैं देखता हूँ जो सबसे है वो है आपका screen time, internet, what we were just talking about, phone and PUBGs and, you know, stuff like that. So ये 3 drugs 4th पे आता है मेरे हिसाब से. Drug is like.
By the way, you know, phones, it's our applications. We need to kind of also know that they're designed in such a way that they are supposed to be addictive, right? You know, like the app, but every time you refresh it, they earn millions of dollars because of the ads that they get. So it's designed in such a way they're more likely to be addictive, and then depending on behavior, all of that.
It's that fix you get out of it. Now, what you hit milta, like, you know, with every like you get, like, you know, you get that fix if people accept me.
Exactly. Yeah.
That validation you get, like.
Validation, even that knowing what other people are doing, because on the phones we're connected to everybody on that one device, right? We know what's going on it. So they're made in that way as well. We're more prone to be addicted to these things.
और you know मजेदार बात ये है कि so suffering really starts once जब आप social media पे होते हो और आप जब कोई अपनी चीज post करते हो. Okay, when you post something, that is when the suffering starts. And then every 10 minutes you want to see how many people have liked your particular post. And then like वो अगर आपको ज्यादा likes नहीं मिले ना, वो आपको depression में ले जाता है. Trust me, I know people like maybe people just don't like me, or वो accept नहीं करते हैं. That is what the core, the unwanted, the wounded child which is inside us, that is in a way हर अलग अलग approaches से वो ढूंढ ही वो acceptance को रहा है. That love me, like me, the validation. Make me feel loved, make me feel wanted, make me feel accepted, because I wasn't when I was a child.
So it goes a bit deeper then. What was missing while you were as a child? Currently, what's missing that you need that external validation through social media? That should become that sort of validation.
Absolutely. So addiction ke basically they're like two sides. एक तो it's a brain disorder जो proper DSM ने बोल दिया है कि जिसमें कुछ ऐसे disorders है जो DSM में है, जैसे substance use disorder is over there, that is drug addiction. Then I guess I don't know about eating disorder is there. Internet. Did you check?
There are two disorders. There's DSM. There is the substance misuse disorder. So alcohol addiction, all of that are drugs related. And there is the so abhi ke liye, those two have been defined as two addictions. But I think that's a few years ago, considering the new wave with the internet and the devices and eating this, it's not considered as an addiction 100% right now in the DSM-5.
Yeah, because DSM-5 जो आया था, I guess 2014 में आया था, लास्ट जो प्रिंट हुआ है, उसके बाद नहीं आया है 2014 और 15. और अगर आप 2014 और 15 के बाद देखो तो दुनिया में जितने भी रिहैबिलिटेशन सेंटर्स है जो ड्रग्स पे काम कर रहे हैं, उनकी आप किसी भी वेबसाइट में चले जाओ, बड़े से बड़ा, वो लोग सब जब बिहेवियर डिसऑर्डर्स पे भी काम कर रहे हैं. Just go to anyone and they're working on it. So DSM को आए हुए भी 5 साल हो गए हैं, तो उसके बाद people have started working on it. So I mean it exists. That's why everyone is working about it. अच्छा, जब हम addiction की बात करते हैं, drugs की especially, so I want to say something out loud over here, especially for parents or for family members of individuals who are struggling with drug addiction, कि it's not a moral issue. Okay, it's a proper disorder, all right, diagnosed disorder. अगर कोई ड्रग ले रहा है तो वो इसका ये बिल्कुल नहीं है कि वो मजे और अयाशी के लिए ले रहा है. हाँ, शुरू उसके लिए कर सकता है बिल्कुल, बिकॉज हमारे यहाँ पे देखा गया है कि पीयर प्रेशर में शुरू किया जाता है. स्पेशली अगर 6-7 बच्चे स्कूल में बैठे हुए हैं और उसमें से 5-6 पी रहे हैं और एक नहीं पी रहा, so he is shamed for not using, he or she, all right, and then that individual gets into that. लेकिन जब वो उसका एक एडिक्शन बन जाता है, जब वो पावरलेसनेस आ जाती है, so that particular powerlessness is a disorder. और जैसे दूसरे ब्रेन डिसऑर्डर्स की ट्रीटमेंट दिए गए हैं, इसी तरह सब्सटेंस यूज डिसऑर्डर का भी ट्रीटमेंट है, एक प्रोटोकॉल है जिसको आपको फॉलो करना होता है. Because I've seen a lot of parents over here, they're kind of shaming their children. I've seen a lot of relatives who are shaming that particular family member जो drugs alcohol ले रहा है कि तुम क्यों कर सकते हो. Please don't do that. It's not something कि वो मजे के लिए कर रहा है. He himself is struggling with that.
I agree. I would like to add to that. It's not like a moral failing. It's so 1 in 6 people are likely to become addicted. So maybe a bunch of kids are doing it, but that one person who has that addiction is likely to be more addicted and get attached to that substance, and then the whole reward and memory, wo jo link aati hai with addiction, dopamine, all of that magnifies for that individual. That's where the addiction starts. The other kids, it's not as terrible, basically.
Yeah, bilkul. Now let's move to the heart of our session. Why do we get it into addiction or this powerlessness? Ye aati kahan se? What is the core of it? So as I was saying, one part is like the brain disorder, जो we will talk about कि क्या brain में ऐसे changes आ जाते हैं इसलिए वो disorder बनता है. And the other thing is your emotional state, that emotional pain that triggers you to get into that particular powerless behavior. Yeah. So So I'll talk about the emotional one, then you can share the how it happens in the brain. All right. All right. So I'll try to do it with a story, so it's easy for people to understand. क्योंकि मैं ज़्यादा technical words इस्तेमाल नहीं करूँगा. So what really happens is like हमको मैं अक्सर जब explain करता हूँ किसी को addiction, emotional state हमारा जो होता है कि जब हमको कोई भी physical, हम kitchen में कुछ काम कर रहे हैं, छुरी से एक उंगली पे कट आ गया, the first thing that we do is we go and we look for first aid. ओके और फिर हम जाते हैं और उसकी अगर वो जख्म ज्यादा खराब हुआ होता है तो हम हॉस्पिटल जाके उसकी पट्टी वगैरह कराते हैं और फिर हर हफ्ते जाते हैं, उसकी ड्रेसिंग होती है. तो जैसे ही फिजिकल वुंड होता है, इमोशनल वुंड्स भी एग्जैक्टली इसी तरीके से होते हैं. क्योंकि जब हमारे साथ किसी भी किस्म का बचपन में अब्यूज होता है, अच्छा जब मैं अब्यूज की बात करता हूँ आई मीन मेंटल अब्यूज इज समथिंग जो बच्चा अगर कोई ऐसी चीज देखता है जो उसको देखनी नहीं चाहिए. इमोशनल जब बच्चे को कोई ऐसी चीज बोली जाती है जो उसको बोलनी नहीं चाहिए. सेक्सुअल अब्यूज व्हेन ही सेक्सुअली मोलेस्टेड एंड वो चीज. और फिजिकली जब उसको मार पिटाई होती है. जब भी ये 4 किस्म के अब्यूज एक बच्चे के साथ होते हैं तो दिस इज एग्जैक्टली जैसे एक फिजिकल वुंड आता है, बच्चे को एक इमोशनल वुंड आ जाता है. अच्छा बच्चे की जो सोच होती है बचपन में, दैट्स वेरी नार्सिसिस्टिक कि एवरीथिंग इज अबाउट मी. ओके बच्चा इस तरीके से सोच रहा होता है. तो मेरे साथ अगर मेरा कोई प्राइमरी केयर गिवर मुझे अब्यूज कर रहा है किसी भी तरीके से, भले ही पेरेंट्स की ये सोच नहीं है, लाइक मुझे बचपन में इतनी डांट पड़ी है तो इट डजंट मीन कि मेरे पेरेंट्स की तो सोच गलत थी, लेकिन बच्चा ये सोच रहा है मुझे डांट इसलिए पड़ रही है शायद मैं इस काबिल हूं, बिकॉज वो नार्सिसिस्टिक मेंटालिटी है ना बच्चे की. ओके सो मे बी आई एम नॉट गुड इनफ. ओके मे बी आई डोंट डिजर्व टू बी लव्ड. अब ये जब एक बच्चे की एक इमोशनल वूंड जब आता है तो जैसे फिजिकल वूंड को उसकी मरहम पट्टी की जरूरत होती है, इसी तरह इमोशनल वूंड को भी जरूरत होती है. लेकिन क्योंकि वो नजर नहीं आता इसीलिए उसकी कोई ट्रीटमेंट बचपन में नहीं की जाती है. अच्छा अब क्या होता है कि जब आप एक फिजिकल वूंड को नहीं ट्रीट करोगे तो वो आहिस्ते आहिस्ते सड़ता जाएगा, खराब होते जाएगा. इसी तरह जब आप एक इमोशनल वूंड को भी ट्रीट नहीं करते तो वो आहिस्ते आहिस्ते सड़ता जाता है, खराब होता जाता है. इमोशनल वुंड क्या होता है, आई एम नॉट गुड इनफ, जो हमारी टॉक्सिक शेम होती है. ओके एंड विद टाइम इट कीप्स ऑन ग्रोइंग और वो और पेनफुल होती जाती है. जितनी भी हम आज नेगेटिव सेल्फ टॉक आप देखो ना, एवरीवन गोज थ्रू दिस नेगेटिव सेल्फ टॉक, दिस सेल्फ स्टीम सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट में जो बिलीव नहीं होता है, दिस ऑल कम्स फ्रॉम दिस टॉक्सिक शेम वेयर इट सेज यू नॉट गुड इनफ. नाउ व्हेन यू ग्रो अप सो क्या होता है, वो पार्ट इतना पेनफुल होता है बच्चे का वाइल ग्रोइंग अप, वो उसको डिसोन कर देता है. अब वो डिसोन तो उस पार्ट को कर दिया, बट लाइक जब वो इस चीज को आपका पेन ट्रिगर होता है, सो व्हाट हैपेंस, आपको कोई एक्सटर्नल सोर्स ढूंढनी होती है उसको नम करने के लिए. और वो एक्सटर्नल सोर्स आपकी वो पावरलेसनेस होती है उस पर्टिकुलर बिहेवियर की तरफ जो आपको हेल्प करती है आपके उस इमोशनल पेन को नम करने के लिए. लेट्स सपोज आप किसी टॉक्सिक रिलेशनशिप में हो, अब एक रोमांटिक रिलेशनशिप है, लेट्स सपोज एक हस्बैंड वाइफ है. द वाइफ नोज दैट द रिलेशनशिप इज सो मच टॉक्सिक फॉर हिम, वो उसको मार रहा है, वो उसको अब्यूज कर रहा है, XYZ उसके साथ सब चीजें खराब हो रही हैं, लेकिन स्टिल शी इज इनटू इट बिकॉज उसको ये है कि अगर मैं इसको छोड़ देती हूँ सो मे बी आई विल नॉट बी इनफ, एटलीस्ट इफ ही इज देयर सो आई फील होल. इसी तरह ड्रग्स इज समथिंग दैट हेल्प्स यू टू नम दैट पेन, बिकॉज जहां आप ड्रग एडिक्शन से निकलते हो बाहर, जहां होश में आते हो, वो पेन पे ट्रिगर करना शुरू हो जाता है. एंड इसी तरह इट कम्स विद फूड एंड इसी तरह इट कम्स विद अदर इंटरनेट एंड ऑल दैट. सो दिस इज द इमोशनल पार्ट. हाउ आई मीन ब्रीफली आई एम जस्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग इट, लेकिन फिर अगेन क्योंकि एवरी इंडिविजुअल इज यूनिक, सो हर किसी का जो ब्रीविंग प्रोसेस है और इस तरीके से that would be unique.
That's correct.
What do you think, Sandra?
I agree with that 100%, and then the brain also plays part in it. So when you've been as a kid or you have certain issues while growing up, so that dopamine isn't as present. What is dopamine? It makes us feel good about ourselves and feel good about the world around us. So jab we're not getting that, right? We go to substances or like food through which we get that dopamine, and then we start feeling better. So the reward from that, it's there. So every time we use a substance, we get dopamine hit or reward, and that's where the addiction starts. How it starts is you keep having that drug. The more you have it, the longer you have it, you need more amounts of it to give you the same rush of the dopamine. And that's the first step. And then when the withdrawals happen, that's where the addiction starts, because you can't, I mean, go along with the withdrawals, right? And
exactly. Yeah, you were saying something. बीच में glitch आ रहा है शायद कोई इसलिए वो break हो रहा था. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm saying it's basically the emotional part that you explained, and then the chemical, medical part. But they all are interconnected, and that's how the.
Yeah. Because when you said कि वो जो reward system होता है हमारा brain का, so basically, I feel, in my opinion, every individual is after one thing, which is happiness. Everyone has their own definition of happiness, like an ultimate goal to happiness, and no one is after pain. We're all looking for we just want to feel good. Okay, everyone wants to feel good. No one wants to feel sad or in pain or something. So that feeling of happiness, वो मजा जब हम बात करते हैं, मजा is nothing, is just these 4 chemicals playing in your brain. That's all. और कोई चीज नहीं है, ठीक है ना? The reward system that is there in your brain, that is your dopamine, endorphin, serotonin and oxytocin. ये 4 chemicals किस तरीके से आपके brain में काम कर रहे हैं, आपको उस level पे मजा आ रहा है. Now, as you said कि how it functions is like कि let's suppose हमारी एक healthy brain, जो एक normal brain होता है, let's suppose उसकी जो capacity है on a scale of 1 to 10 वो function करने की इन chemicals के साथ 6 है, कि 6 is something very, he'll be happy with it. लेकिन जब वो इसको abuse करने लग जाता है, addiction is what when I said in the beginning कि it's something that temporarily takes us from a bad feeling to a good feeling. So when we get involved into this, so what happens is like वो particular behavior, वो जो 6 एक normal है, वो उसको 8 और 9 पे ले जाता है. On a temporary basis, हम कोई भी junk food खा रहे होंगे, हमको मजा आएगा, वो 6 से 8 पे ले गया. हम drugs ले रहे हैं, वो 6 से 9 पे ले गया. Now what happens is कि जब वो चीज हमको नहीं मिलती, तो अब हमारी आदत वो 9 की हो गई है on a scale. But when it comes to 6, we'll be like क्या हो रहा है, मुझे मजा क्यों नहीं आता. एंड फिर वहां पे वो आपका ऑब्सेशन और वो पावरलेसनेस और वो साइकिल जो है वो शुरू हो जाती है. और आपके ब्रेन की जो हार्ड डिस्क है, दैट टेल्स यू कि दिस एक्शन यू रिपीट इट, यू विल गेट प्लेजर. आपका इमोशनल पेन आया, योर ब्रेन विल टेल यू ओके टू नम दैट पेन, डू दिस, यू विल गेट प्लेजर. एंड यू नो यू गेट स्टक इनटू दैट साइकिल बिकॉज एडिक्ट ऑलवेज थिंक्स कि this particular behavior is the solution to all my problems.
Yeah.
Actually, it is the problem.
Correct.
That particular behavior.
And then also, I think personality plays a huge part. If you're somebody who's more likely to be addicted to something, right? आपको dopamine rush, right? Which another child might also be getting, or another person might also be getting. But you're very likely to become addicted because of that personality trait. You know, that आदत जो हो जाती है किसी substance or किसी बंदे से or किसी food addiction से, all of that. So your behavior. Also identify if you're likely to be addicted to certain things. Do I get addicted to my phone too much? Do I get addicted to certain shows too much? Or is your personality more of an addicted personality? If you are, then it's good to kind of understand that about yourself and then work towards kind of setting boundaries so you don't overstep that. Because you have in your nature to be certain things, substances, food, gadgets, whatever it is.
And you know, this is so basically it's very interesting कि जब हम basically हम addiction में हम substance use की बात ज्यादा करते हैं, लेकिन अगर देखा जाए तो behavior addiction plays a very dangerous role in our life compared to substance use.
Yeah.
आप देखो ना, relationships को cell phones ने कितना खराब कर दिया है. Like एक डाइनिंग टेबल पे रात को डिनर करने पूरी फैमिली बैठी है and 70% of them are on the cell phones.
Yeah.
एक रोमांटिक कपल डिनर करने जाता है and you know they're mostly on the cell phone, so that human connection is not there. And you know, there's some classic defense mechanism that I hear, like you know, when it comes to addicts कि नहीं I can take care of it. You know, the first one is. The second thing is नहीं मुझे पता है ना, तुमको क्या पता, I'll do it. नहीं मैं तो बहुत कम करता हूँ, वो बहुत ज्यादा करता है. I don't have a problem, this is not an addiction, see I am okay. So you know यहाँ पे yeah.
I is a lot of people say I can leave it whenever I want. It's just that I don't want to. I always tell people, okay, a few days, like a challenge, give it a week, and after 2 days, be like, so you know that's where you recognize the fact that you so strongly believe that you can give it up, but your behaviors don't allow you, your cravings, your withdrawals don't allow you to. So that's exactly why it's addiction. That your brain tries to make you believe that you can, but in reality you can't. That's why you're addicted. That proves it basically, right?
Yeah, and ये इस वजह, and you know there's another reason to it is like कि जो हम लोग बात कर रहे थे कि that addict is getting that some kind of benefit out of that powerless behavior, ठीक है ना? And that benefit is it's numbing that pain which he doesn't wants to own up.
Yeah.
जो भी उसका trauma है. और जब वो उस बिहेवियर को अलग करता है and he starts to kind of function without that particular addictive behavior, वो पेन ट्रिगर होना शुरू हो जाता है. और you know that is the pain which he can't stand. भले ही उसको पता है कि उसकी जो मैं प्राइस पे कर रहा हूँ वो मेरे रिलेशनशिप खराब हो रहे हैं, मेरी सेहत खराब हो रही है, मेरी प्रोडक्टिविटी खराब हो रही है, I am willing to pay that price, but at least it numbs down that pain which tells me that you're not good enough, because that is super painful.
Yeah, that's so true. And then we structure our life in such a way that we're surrounded by those things that make addiction easier for us. So we'll be around people that are doing those drugs, you know, or we kind of make our life in such a way that we feel like an addiction, basically.
Yeah. And so, you know, the best part is to kind of be, abhi thodi der pehle you also said to be self-aware of your addiction. Agar if I identify myself as an addict, or does anyone in my family who I love, who I care about, is struggling with addiction, I will always work with 3 things कि अगर ये 3-4 चीजें आप देख रहे हो अपने particular behavior में कि एक that behavior of yours is damaging your health. Second, if that behavior of yours is damaging your relationships. And third, if that behavior is damaging your social life or your work or study, whatever you're doing, then you definitely have a problem. Then you need to, like, you know, look into it.
Your health, your so your social life, and your life, basically your behavior patterns.
Yeah, exactly. अगर ये 2-3 चीजें आपकी डैमेज हो रही है उस पर्टिकुलर बिहेवियर के साथ, that means then you're powerless. Or अगर if you want to see how powerless you are, try leaving that behavior for a week, as you said, and see if you can function without it.
Because the withdrawals, in a way, prove if you're addicted or not.
बिल्कुल. Like I work with individuals that. Yeah, sorry, you were saying something.
जो cognitive bias होता है, that just makes us want to believe कि, you know, our brain makes us want to believe कि we are in control. So withdrawals control, basically.
See, brain is a very tricky organ that we have. Okay. अब देखो ना, हमारे जो so what happens is जो हम लोग आजकल एक word बहुत we use emotional intelligence. Okay, so basically जब so any information that we receive, okay, जो भी होता है, that's through our primary senses. ठीक है. अब जब वो प्राइमरी सेंसेस से हमको इन्फॉर्मेशन आ गई, भले वो रिलेशनशिप से है या कोई भी चीज सामने से आ गई, वो हमारा जो रैशनल ब्रेन है वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए, जो रैशनल ब्रेन जो डिसीजंस लेता है हमारे लिए कि नहीं जी ये मेरा बिहेवियर सही है, मुझे ये करना है, मुझे ये नहीं करना, उससे पहले दैट इंफॉर्मेशन नीड्स टू गो थ्रू द लिम्बिक सिस्टम. Okay, let's suppose this is the आपका rational brain, here is the limbic system and here is your brainstem, जहां से आपकी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन ऊपर जाती है और वापस नीचे बॉडी में आती है. Okay, so now limbic system is where all the पंगा lies, क्योंकि that is with our feelings and emotions. So if the connection from our limbic system through our rational brain, which makes the decision, is not healthy, that's where things gets really messy. अच्छा, अब ये ब्रेन वहां पे भी हमारा डैमेज होता है जहां पे हम लोग बचपन में ट्रॉमेटाइज होते हैं. ओके, बिकॉज वहां पे एक बच्चे का ब्रेन जो है वो एक सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज व्हेन अ चाइल्ड इज बॉर्न, वो ब्रेन में न्यूरॉन्स इतने सारे बन रहे होते हैं, वो एक स्टेज होता है जब शुरू में बच्चे को देखा गया है कि पहले साल दूसरे साल एवरीवन लव द चाइल्ड, हगिंग किसिंग वो सब हो रहा है, और फिर अचानक से ये सब चीजें बंद हो जाती हैं. ही इज जस्ट अनदर फर्नीचर इन द रूम. All right. So what happens? There's this systematic slaughter that happens in the brain. Okay. Again, और जो trauma और abuse से भी होता है कि you're not good enough. और वहां पे वो जो ब्रेन की जो डेवलपमेंट हो रही होती है वो डैमेज होना शुरू हो जाती है. तो इसलिए वो जो आपका कनेक्शन है वो थोड़ा सा डैमेज हो जाता है, और वहां पे यू कांट मेक हेल्थी डिसीजंस. कि इसीलिए वो कहते हैं ना कि जब हम स्पेशली सब्सटेंस यूज की बात कर रहे होते हैं तो हमको कुछ अरसे के लिए एक कंट्रोल इन्वायरमेंट में भी रहने के लिए बोलते हैं, स्पेशली असेस बाय द प्रोफेशनल, कि ये देखना होता है कि नहीं इनके डैमेजेस कितने ज्यादा है, कैन ही कंफर्टेबली से नो टू ड्रग्स जब ड्रग सामने आएगा. I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, you're making sense, but I would also like to add, so the first thing we've identified is we start depending on drugs on certain things in order to get that dopamine rush and that hit, and every time you have it, more of that substance, all of that, to kind of get another hit. The intensity needs to increase, so we whatever that is. हमने ये identify. Also identifies, studies have proved that over time the drugs change the way our brain is functioning or all of that, so automatically become, so the substances alter our brain mechanism as well. That also plays a role. So if your brain is okay, there's nothing wrong with your brain, but over time it's functioning in that way that you become addicted to it, so it alters its working process basically.
Absolutely. इट्स बिल्कुल वही बात है ना. एक देखो ना, एक ब्रेन का काम ही नहीं है जिस लेवल पे फंक्शन करना जो आप ड्रग्स उससे करवा रहे हैं. ड्रग्स इज आर्टिफिशियली ऑल्टरिंग योर मूड. सब्सटेंस बेसिकली आर्टिफिशियली, एक गाड़ी को आप 24 घंटे 220 का वो एक्सीलेटर दबा के रखोगे तो उसने बैठ जाना है. एंड दैट इज व्हाट एन एडिक्ट डज. ही वांट्स टू बी हाई 24/7. ही वांट्स टू बी इन दैट जोन 24/7. सो वो फिर डैमेजेस तो आने ही है, because you're making your brain do something which it's not capable of doing.
Correct. And you get addicted to that feeling. I know some people who, aajkal a lot of kids and young adults are really addicted to weed or chars in Pakistan. Right. Yeah. So it starts off as just like peer pressure or just in the mood for doing it. Because you get so addicted to that reward that you feel from getting high from weed or chars all the time, that you end up doing all the time because you like that state you're in, right? What happens long term, changing the way your brain is functioning, so it wants to be in that state all the time. That's the long term effects of it.
Yeah. And एक और बड़ी मजेदार चीज आजकल सुनने को आती है, स्पेशली विद टीनेजर्स, कि वीड तो लीगलाइज कर दी गई है. ऑलराइट, सो वी कैन use it, there's no issue, tabhi legalized ki gayi hai. So basically, I also when work with individuals who are struggling with drug addiction, मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ I have no issues with you using weed और alcohol. तो कितने अरसे से legalize हुई है, like I don't know, जब मैं पैदा हुआ था तब भी legalized थी. We have wine shops everywhere. So it's not about that drug, like it's how it affects you that matters. If you can control and use, मैं कहता हूँ आप कोकेन जाके पियो, अगर आप 15 दिन में एक दफा पी सकते हो, नहीं पी सकते, you can't function with it. It will damage you.
Correct. And I think that's something everyone should recognize, because a lot of people are in denial. We live our life, हम सब कुछ normally करते हैं while we're high. But the question, are you actually doing everything normally if you're high? How is your health being affected? How is your normal routine being affected? Your relationships being affected? Are you as productive? Are you as self-aware? And if you go for a day or two, are you feeling powerless? Are you feeling some withdrawals? If yes, then you are addicted, and then clearly you're not in control, and the substance is in control, and that's where the addiction is.
Yeah. So I'll tell you something very interesting, and then we'll move on the part where we have to talk about the process of healing and all that. So I was talking to a friend. He's a very active member of Narcotics Anonymous, and he was telling me that Narcotics Anonymous head office is that is somewhere in New York or somewhere in US. Okay, and they say when you enter, तो उनका जो काउंटर है रिसेप्शन, उनके पीछे उन्होंने एक बड़ी सी फ्रेम लगाई हुई है, एंड इट डजंट हैव अ पिक्चर इन दैट फ्रेम, एंड दे से कि द पर्सन वी फाइंड हु कैन कंट्रोल एंड यूज ड्रग्स, हम उसकी पिक्चर वहां लगाएंगे, बिकॉज नो वन कैन एवर कंट्रोल एंड यूज ड्रग्स, इट्स नॉट ह्यूमनली पॉसिबल.
Correct. You're so right. Correct. But move on to something. What about food addiction? मैंने ये एक pattern देखा है that food addiction is very tricky, right? It starts depriving yourself from food, which leads you to become addicted to food. The relationship with food makes you likely to be addicted to food. ठीक है, पहले बात तो food are to likely to be more addictive, like cheese pizza or like chocolate. When you get your mouth frame, because they're made in such a way that they're likely to be more addictive. Okay? But deprive yourself of something which is a basic necessity in your life, right? You're likely to binge on it, right? So, pattern deprive, binge, and then the unhealthy pattern starts, and then the starts with these unhealthy foods, because your chocolate, pizza, all of that. So also what kind of food are you addicted to? Is it just food in general? Because food isn't supposed to be addictive.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
So how I see food addiction is like, food is the first substance every human encounters as a child. ठीक है? अब होता क्या है कि जब एक बच्चा छोटा होता है, सबसे पहले वो क्या पीता है? दूध. द फर्स्ट थिंग. ठीक है, और वो दूध क्या करता है? फूड खाने का क्या काम है? इट फंक्शंस विद योर रिवॉर्ड सिस्टम. ऑलराइट. अब एक बच्चा जब छोटा होता है, उसको कोई भी लैंग्वेज समझ नहीं आती. द ओनली लैंग्वेज ही अंडरस्टैंड्स इज व्हाट्स गोइंग इनसाइड एंड व्हाट्स कमिंग आउटसाइड. ठीक है, दैट इज द ओनली लैंग्वेज ही अंडरस्टैंड्स. ओके. Now, if food is going inside and if the environment is nice, okay, he will enjoy the food. But if the food is going inside and the environment is kind of painful, okay, let's suppose, I'll just give you an example. जी, आप बच्चे को दूध पिला रहे हो और कमरे में गर्मी हुई भी है और बच्चा किसी पेन में है या उसके पेट में दर्द हो रहा है या कुछ भी है, XYZ. दैट मीन्स कि बच्चे को ये चीज आ रही है कि मैं जब ये एक एक्ट में जब ये चीज मेरे अंदर जाती है तो मुझे पेन होता है. ठीक है, मैं तकलीफ में होता हूं. सो हिज रिलेशनशिप विद फूड विल गेट अ बिट टॉक्सिक. ओके, एंड इफ ही विल एक्सपीरियंस फन विद दैट फूड, तो ही विल, व्हेन आई वर्क विद ईटिंग डिसऑर्डर और जब हम बिंज ईटर्स की बात करते हैं, तो दैट इज वेयर बिंज ईटिंग कम्स फ्रॉम. ओके, बट देन अगेन एवरीवन्स ऐसे एक्सपीरियंस इज यूनिक. तो हर किसी का एक अपना जो सिस्टम होता है वो यूनिक होता है. बट बिंज ईटिंग इज अगेन, इट्स मोर ऑफ लाइक फूड इज ऑल्सो अ सब्सटेंस विच वी यूज टू नम आवर फीलिंग. आप देखो ना, आपको डिप्रेशन होगा या कोई भी चीज में, आप कभी भी ओटमील जाके नहीं खाओगे. यू विल गो एंड हैव जंक फूड. एंड व्हेन आई से जंक फूड, इट्स एनीथिंग विच इज हाई इन शुगर एंड सॉल्ट.
Exactly.
Okay, because that kind of gives you that rush of dopamine, which numbs out the pain.
You never get addicted, like you said, healthy food. Like you don't want to go have salad. You never get addicted to salad, or you never get addicted to, meat or things like that, right? You get addicted to junk food. So that's exactly why, because you need that high sugar rush, again, dopamine, right? Cheese, all of those things, junk food, you like to get addicted to. So don't deprive yourself, because you're excited ho jate. Then you end up binging on unhealthy food, and then purging happens and all of that. It's like a vicious cycle.
Yeah, exactly. Shuru mein bhi we were talking कि food is, so food is basically there to provide you energy, not pleasure. ठीक है, once in a while हमने अपने आप को punish नहीं करना. We can have cheat meals, but then the idea needs to be कि नहीं जी, फूड से हमको एनर्जी लेनी है. हम वो जंक फूड खा रहे होते हैं तो वो हमको एनर्जी नहीं दे रहा होता है, उल्टा हमारी हालत खराब कर रहा होता है अंदर से. सो द इम्यून सिस्टम का खराब हो रहा होता है. और हम जब हेल्दी फूड नहीं खाते और एनर्जी नहीं मिलती है, तो फिर क्रैंकीनेस, स्ट्रेस और ब्रेन फंक्शन नहीं कर सकता सही तरीके से.
Yeah, and I always ask people, are you feeling guilty after you're eating? Right? If you're going to eat too much sugar or too much unhealthy food, obviously you're going to feel guilty. So quantity, the unhealthy quantity as well, like kind of just self-aware. So are you going down that? Correct. So what about relationships and love before we move forward? Addiction to relationship.
Yeah, that's like number one. It's just like I feel that's the most difficult thing to work with personally also, because it gets very difficult to figure out where to draw the line, especially with the people who we care about. Because the fun part is the only people who have the power to hurt us are the ones we love.
Right.
So again, toxic is toxic. We need to draw that line. It becomes difficult to say no to them. लेकिन जरूरी होता है, because again usually romantic relationships में बहुत देखा गया है. Like I work a lot with people, individual who struggle in romantic relationship, और वो cycle में फंसे हुए होते हैं. Because romantic relationship में there's always एक side पे it's gonna be mostly I've seen एक avoidant होता है और एक addict होता है. And then they're into this dance कि उन्होंने मिलना है, साथ रहना है, लड़ना है, फिर अलग हो जाना है, फिर थोड़े दिन बाद एक दूसरे की याद आती है, क्योंकि दोनों एक दूसरे की नीड पूरी कर रहे हैं ना. And then they'll get back to it, they'll do the dance and get back. The only time जब तक ये डांस चलता रहेगा, जब तक या तो दोनों में से कोई भी अवेयरनेस नहीं हो जाएगी, वन, और दूसरा या तो किसी को उसको कोई दूसरा लव एडिक्ट नहीं मिल जाता, उसको कोई दूसरा लव अवॉइडेंट नहीं मिल जाता. They will keep on playing the dance because it's basically we think that we are in control of our lives, but trust me, we are not. It's our unconscious that is controlling our lives. Conscious तो बहुत थोड़ा सा रोल प्ले कर रहा होता है. जितना भी ये पावरलेसनेस है, it's all coming from unconscious. It has nothing to do with our conscious. Consciously देखो, हमको सालिया सब पता होता है कि जी ये मेरे लिए सही है, ये मेरे लिए गलत है. मुझे पता है मैंने ड्रग्स नहीं लेने, मुझे पता है मैंने सेहतमंद खाना खाना है, मुझे पता है ये रिलेशनशिप टॉक्सिक है. Now this is my conscious. लेकिन फिर भी I'm repeating it, the powerlessness is coming from unconscious. So basically the idea is to bring your unconscious into the conscious.
When it's a little different from other addictions, because I think your childhood trauma plays a huge role in how you function in your relationships in the future, right? And more likely to become in your future relationships. So that's where therapy comes in. Reflect back. Is there any child trauma while you were growing up? Did you receive that adequate love, affection, all of that? That's a huge part to kind of address love addiction or addictions. And like you said, that fight to the fight, the connection again, or hit, that's also very addictive.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel, you're saying something.
Yeah, I'm saying that hit is very fulfilling once you get back together and all of that.
And what you said, that so makes sense. I feel it's not just with love addiction or relationship. Childhood trauma is the core, I feel personally, is the core to all mental health problems. ठीक है, जितने भी हमारे ये behavior disorders, मैं behavior disorders की बात कर रहा हूँ, जितने भी हमारे behavior disorders है, जहाँ powerlessness है, उसका जो core है, that is childhood trauma, and the only way out is through it. There is no other way. और ये जो powerlessness है, ये हम shortcuts ढूंढ रहे होते हैं निकलने के बाहर. But until unless, and see, the work lies is you basically need to grieve that trauma. Because होता क्या है कि जब हम उसके बारे में सोचते हैं, we start reliving the trauma instead of rethinking the trauma, because we haven't made peace with that trauma. And to make the peace, we have to grieve the trauma. जो पूरा एक grief का process है, grief का cycle है, and that's what happens in therapy. You grieve the trauma and you make peace with what has happened, and you accept it basically.
Yeah, true. That's where therapy comes in, and we can go towards recovery now. We talk about the recovery process and process. Start first because you had first-hand experience, like you mentioned earlier, where you've been to places and you've experienced it firsthand. About all.
Alright, so यहाँ पे मैं अभी अगर पाकिस्तान की बात करूँ तो क्योंकि when it comes to mental health, there's no check and balance. ट्रीटमेंट्स के हिसाब से कि क्या सही है क्या गलत है. अच्छा, सबसे पहले so what treatment is, जब हम behavior disorders की बात करते हैं, so when it comes to medications, medicines are only used दो जगहों पे. एक substance use disorder, जब हम drug addiction की बात करते हैं वहां पे to take care of the withdrawals in the initial stage, और दूसरी जगह पे जो medications use होती है वो अगर कोई भी बिहेवियर डिसऑर्डर के साथ कोई और को-अकरिंग डिसऑर्डर आ रहा है, लेट्स सपोज बाइपोलर, स्किज़ोफ्रेनिया, व्हाटएवर XYZ, दैट्स वेयर अ क्वालिफाइड साइकियाट्रिस्ट वुड कम इन एंड गिव यू मेडिकेशन. कभी भी कोई MBBS डॉक्टर अगर आपको मेंटल हेल्थ से रिलेटेड मेडिकेशन दे रहा है, प्लीज डोंट गो एंड टेक इट. एक क्वालिफाइड साइकियाट्रिस्ट होना जरूरी है उसको, फ्रॉम अ प्रॉपर एक्रेडिटेड फैसिलिटी. उसके बाद द सेकंड थिंग दैट यू नीड टू डू इज, अगर हम एडिक्शन की बात करते हैं, एडिक्शन की ट्रीटमेंट की बात करते हैं, क्योंकि दो किस्म के ड्रग्स होते हैं. एक आपका होता है जिसको आपने बिल्कुल टोटल एब्स्टिनेंस पे बात करनी है, विच इज योर ड्रग्स एंड अल्कोहल. ऑब्वियसली यू कांट जस्ट, आप थोड़ा थोड़ा नहीं ले सकते हो. और दूसरे जो होते हैं, लेट्स सपोज योर फूड हैबिट्स और योर रिलेशनशिप, इसमें जो है थैंक यू शहजाद, उसमें जो है वो ये होता है कि आप उसमें बिल्कुल जीरो नहीं कर सकते. यू हैव टू मैनेज इट. ऑलराइट, आप खाना बंद नहीं कर सकते, आप रिलेशनशिप बंद नहीं कर सकते हो. सो नाउ व्हाट रियली हैपेंस इज कि जब आप एक रिहैब में जाते हो ड्रग्स के लिए, तो वहां पे शुरू में आपको, क्योंकि यू गो थ्रू अ फिजिकल विड्रॉल, वहां पे आपको मेडिसिन देते हैं, और उसके बाद जो सारा काम शुरू होता है वो काउंसलिंग और थेरेपी से होता है, अगर आपको कोई दूसरा को-अकरिंग डिसऑर्डर नहीं है. एंड वेन एवर यू लुकिंग फॉर इंस्टीट्यूट फॉर ट्रीटमेंट और गोइंग फॉर अ प्रोफेशनल हेल्प, उसमें आपको बहुत जरूरी है ये देखना कि वो जो इंडिविजुअल है या वो जो इंस्टीट्यूट है वो कितना काम उसका एथिकल है, और वो जो प्रोफेशनल्स है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे द सैड पार्ट इज नो डिसरिस्पेक्ट टू एनीवन, ये लोग छोटे छोटे यहाँ पे 2-2, 3 दिन के कोर्स करके, एंड यू नो दे जस्ट कमिंग आउट एंड ऑफरिंग प्रोफेशनल हेल्प. सो प्लीज व्हेनेवर यू गो टू समवन, डू आस्क देम. इसमें शर्माने की कोई बात नहीं है. प्लीज आस्क देम कि आपकी क्वालिफिकेशन क्या है, और अगर आप किसी अपने पर्टिकुलर मसले के लिए जा रहे हैं, भले आप एडिक्शन के लिए जा रहे हैं या आप रिलेशनशिप इशू के लिए जा रहे हैं, सो वो प्रोफेशनल जो है, इज ही क्वालिफाइड इनफ, or does he hold any kind of specialization to kind of be to deal with that particular issue that you're struggling with. ठीक है, और अगर वो किसी बॉडी से एक्रेडिटेड है या नहीं है, जस्ट ऐसे ही आके आपको. एंड ऑलवेज वन थिंग, अ गुड थेरेपिस्ट विल नेवर टेल यू व्हाट टू थिंक एंड व्हाट टू फील. अगर वो आपको ये बोल रहा है कि तुमने ये करना है और ये नहीं करना, और वो अपना बायस लेके आ रहा है, प्लीज टेल हिम थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड डोंट गो टू हिम. Please don't do that.
But I would also like to add is so you said that you need medication for substances, right? Right. What about eating disorders? Because once you're in an eating disorder, they're addicted to food, right? With the whole binging, there's a lot of nutrients that you miss out. There's a lot of gluten friendly. So I would also recommend is going to a nutritionist and see if you need certain vitamins, because sometimes you're craving sugar, like you need ice cream, maybe you need calcium because of the milk, or you know you need some other substance like another multivitamin in order to curb those cravings. So even if it's disorder or all of that, maybe go to a nutritionist as well.
Absolutely. I mean, supplements can do wonders. Like, you know, अगर आप nutrition के पास जाते हो, and like nutritionists can offer you stuff which could do help you. Absolutely. But again, मैं जब वो medication की बात कर रहा था, तो मैं वो medical point की बात कर रहा था, जहाँ डॉक्टर्स आपको हर चीज के लिए Xanax और Valium और you know I don't know वो antidepressants और वो लिख के दे देते हैं. So वो चीज जो है ना, that needs to be kind of avoided.
Yeah, that needs to be avoided, because we need to understand that can also turn into an addiction. A lot of people start that as all of it, and then a core cycle ho jata hai ki acha we can't leave it now. That's another addiction.
Yeah, exactly.
So we be very of drawing that boundary as well when it comes to medication, because we need to identify it's not just the medication, that's the initial process. Like uske sath simultaneously then you start therapy. The cognitive behavior therapy, जो भी है, they do it individually. It's like a joint process.
और हमारे यहाँ एक ऐसा स्टिग्मा है, like you know, families do come up to me, और जब हमारा सेशन हो जाता है तो you know they ask me कि जी आपने कोई दवाई नहीं देनी है. तो you know, so basically the idea is कि अगर कोई सबसे पहली चीज I want to put out there कि अगर कोई भी psychotherapist या psychologist है, they are not kind of qualified to give you any kind of medication. तो अगर वो कोई आपको दवाई दे रहा है, so please, it's very very unethical. Only a proper MBBS or psychiatrist can give you medication. Number one. Number two, यहाँ पे जो स्टिग्मा है ना कि जी अगर दवाई नहीं दे रहे तो मतलब बातों से कैसे किसी चीज का हल निकल सकता है. how can you just talk it out of us? And trust me, बातों से ही हल निकलता है, as far as अगर कोई दूसरा disorder को करे, कोई mental health दूसरे disorders में नहीं है तो. So हाँ, this is very very important. आप देखो कि किसके पास जा रहे हो आप.
Because that's what cognitive CBT does. It makes you identify self-destructive behaviors, the pattern, how to break that cycle. What are your triggers? उनको कैसे curb करना है? So that's exactly what therapy does. Not just बातें, it makes you identify, self-aware, कोई plan बनता है, and that's exactly what happens in therapy. I think that's also something we talk about. People think if it's therapy, you just come and talk about things and that's it. How does that help?
Yeah.
That's it.
And what I just spoke about also earlier also, that therapy basically helps you to make peace with your past, with that trauma. Your therapist basically provides you with that non-judgmental, non-biased space where you can, just go towards and, work with your trauma, grieve your trauma. Grieving, yeah, that happens in the therapy room. हो तो वही रहा होता है. End of the day, आप कहीं से भी आओ, you grieving your particular trauma that has happened. भले आप वो किसी तरीके से भी कर रहे हो. It's just basically grieving.
Thank you. Acha, great. So that's fine. That's and I also want to add that everyone's process is very different. Some people are like to kind of get over it a bit faster than other people, right? So if this met and it is okay if there's a relapse, right? And that's where therapy comes in and helps you get over that and see what made you relapse, kya triggered the, what memories came up, and then we can go towards the end goal. So it's okay with a relapse.
Yeah. But then again, ek aur bhi...
Yeah,
you were saying something.
So a lot of people think relapse, so that's the end. We give up. We can't do this. So I think I want to put it up. It's okay if there's a relapse. It's continue. It's not just that it's over. It's finished.
And then it's not only the therapy that you need to go for, like, log ke the therapist ke paas aana hai and, we just get once a week therapy and everything will be sorted out. You need to have a healthy lifestyle also. If you want to live a happy life, a healthy life, cut out toxic people from your life, have a healthy routine. Like, you need to eat healthy, as we were talking about. You need to do some kind of workout. Physical activity is very very important. जरूरी नहीं है कि आपने जिम में जाके 100 kg का स्क्वाट करना है. I mean, you can just कोई भी ऐसी एक्टिविटी जो 20 मिनट तक आपकी हार्ट बीट को तेज करे, that's more than enough. Like, to start with, just get into any physical activity. पार्क में जाके वॉक कर लो, घर पे आप 20 मिनट कर लो, जो आपकी हार्ट रेट बढ़ाए, वो आपकी हो गई. Your sleep is very 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 important. Like, trust me, that is the core. अगर आप रात को अच्छा, binge eaters जो eating disorders में, मैंने एक चीज बहुत कॉमन देखी है, उनका sleep pattern हमेशा खराब होगा. This is what I have experienced. People who struggle with food addiction, they always struggle with क्योंकि रात को जब आप सोते हो और जब सुबह एक अच्छी रात की नींद के बाद आप उठते हो, तो आपका जो एक कॉग्निशन लेवल होता है ना, बहुत सही होता है. You're okay with making decisions. लेकिन जब आपकी नींद पूरी नहीं होती है, तो आपका जो रैशनल ब्रेन होता है वो एक तरीके से शट ऑफ हुआ होता है और आप अपने इमोशनल ब्रेन से सोच रहे होते हो. और that's where you keep on eating. So sleep is important. So these are a few things that you need to integrate. देखो ना, how I see what healing is, एक बच्चा पैदा होता है, उसको यूनिवर्स एक बहुत ही परफेक्ट तरीके से भेजता है. While growing up, चीजें मेस्ड अप होती है, और वो जो हमारी बॉडी, माइंड और सोल, तीन तरीके से इंसान आता है, उसकी अलाइनमेंट आउट हो जाती है. So basically aligning them together is working on all the three elements: your body, your mind, your soul. So basically alignment is basically healing, when you work in all the three areas of your life. And that's what healing is all about.
Yeah, and I also agree, like, you said that you should go to the gym or some sort of physical activity, because that's a healthy way of getting your dopamine. Like we spoke about it earlier, we get dopamine hits through substances or certain relationships or food. But if you have this physical activity where you get that could be a healthier way of getting that dopamine hit rather than these powerless substances, basically.
Yeah. Absolutely. आपका ये देखो ना, आप वर्कआउट कर रहे हो, आप हेल्दी खाना खा रहे हो, आप 8 घंटे की नींद ले रहे हो, your dopamine would be like fully, like, charged होंगे, like, so you won't be needing anything, you'll be happy all the time.
That's correct. And I think back to what we spoke about, this devices, right? So if you wake up, I think ground the present moment. As soon as we wake up, we check our phone, right? That's like where the addiction to devices comes. When you check your phone, you see what other people are doing, कितने likes आए, ये बंदा लड़का क्या कर रहा है, ये लड़की क्या कर रहा है. Again, your mind is again starting off the day on an emotion-based level, right?
Yeah.
So check behaviors and see what your triggers and try to identify them and work towards improving them.
Yeah, exactly. Like phone addiction of जो भी आपका social media है, that really kind of messes with your head, because जब आप देख रहे हो, क्योंकि देखो हर किसी ने जो है ना अपनी जिंदगी के अच्छे moments दुनिया को दिखाने, everyone wants to tell you how happy and amazing they are, like you know what they're eating, what they're traveling. कोई भी अपनी रोती हुई शक्ल कभी नहीं डालेगा. It doesn't mean कि उनकी जिंदगी में sadness नहीं है, suffering नहीं है, misery नहीं है. Everyone goes through it. See, life is a dance between happiness and sadness, joy and misery. All right, but everyone wants to tell you that how happy their life is, just because. Why do you think we have this need to tell everyone how happy we are? Because we think we're not, but everyone needs to know. So don't judge your life based on what other people are posting. You know, it's okay. So or the next thing what you just said कि एक routine होना चाहिए कि अगर मैं सुबह उठ के 2 घंटे तक control नहीं कर सक रहा अपना phone देखना, so what is that need for me to get into that behavior? वो मेरी क्या मुझे क्या benefit दे रहा है, and you know work towards it with a professional if you can't do it by yourself. और मैंने लिखा भी था ना, if I can't but we can.
Yeah, correct, perfect. Yeah, one that came up, I think because of you addressed an important point, कि authenticity of the therapist based on what he is telling you to avoid. So I think what you meant was that nowadays there are a lot of people who go and do these 1 to 3 days wale and they say they are therapists or qualified therapists. That's not what a qualified therapist is. I'll tell you my example. So I then you have your own example, so आप भी मुझे वो उसके बाद बता देना. So I did my undergrad in psychology and criminology. So like 3 years. Uske baad I did my masters as well, right? Within that, I had to work in a hospital for a certain amount of time with certain patients to get those accreditations and those hours to kind of say she's a registered, you know, forensic psychologist. Then it's not just getting a degree or certification; it's your skills they build on. Okay, so that I think that's you meant that because that proves you've been equipped with those treatment plans or all of that to help certain kind of.
Yeah.
Right.
See, yeah. See, ये इस तरीके से होता है ना. I'll give you an example what people can understand. Like you know, अगर हम एक normal medical doctor के पास जाते हैं, let's suppose मेरे पेट में दर्द है और तुम्हारे पेट में भी दर्द है, we both will go to a doctor. शायद मुझे उसने एंटीबायोटिक ऑगमेंटिन देनी है और तुमको let's suppose सिप्रालेक्स देनी है. सिप्रालेक्स तो दूसरी गोली है, कोई दूसरी एंटीबायोटिक देनी है let's suppose. ठीक है. So that means that MBBS doctor has gone through a training where he is qualified enough to assess कि नहीं जी सालेहा का जो इशू है वो डिफरेंट है अली से. भले ही दोनों के पेट में दर्द है लेकिन उसका डिफरेंट है और उसकी ये ट्रीटमेंट होगी और मेरी ये ट्रीटमेंट होगी. अब एक जो अनाड़ी आदमी होगा, जैसे हम लोग सेल्फ मेडिकेशन घर पे देते हैं कि कुछ भी हो ऑगमेंटिन दे दो या कुछ भी है तो ये दे दो. सो इसी तरह व्हेन इट कम्स टू मेंटल हेल्थ, एग्जैक्टली जब लोग जाते हैं, हर किसी के जो इश्यूज होते हैं वो यूनिक होते हैं, वो अलग होते हैं. एंड ये जो छोटे 2-3 दिन वाले कोर्सेज होते हैं, इसमें दीज पीपल आर नॉट क्वालिफाइड इनफ टू वॉक यू थ्रू दैट प्रोसेस. वन. दूसरा, जो एक बंदा लॉन्ग टर्म ट्रेनिंग में जाता है, ही इज ट्रेन्ड टू नॉट ब्रिंग हिज बायस इनटू द रूम. दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ठीक है ना, क्योंकि जब आप एक थेरेपी रूम में एक प्रोफेशनल जाता है, फिर इट्स नथिंग अबाउट देम, इट्स ऑल अबाउट द क्लाइंट. ऑलराइट. और इसीलिए मैंने बोला था, इफ अ पर्सन इज कमिंग एंड टेलिंग यू नहीं जी आपने ये करना है